All right, guys, so I'm going to lay down the various exercises and rhythms that we talked about in class. And I'm just going to go through all of them in this video, and then I'll put timestamps below so you can see where to jump to. So if you are a brand new student, we talked about just basic technique. First thing is holding the pandero, right? You have that hole right there. Typically what I do is I get my forefingers in, thumb on top, but you don't want to press too hard. Your thumb is kind of just resting there. So a lot of the pressure is going to be on those forefingers. I like to hold the pandero kind of about waist high, maybe a little bit higher up. You can hold it more at an angle if you prefer. I'm usually here when I play, okay? The thumb is a really important technique. Now again, in this area right here, you're hitting with the meat of your thumb is hitting here. Now right now I've got my thumb held kind of tight, so it's not bouncing. So that's just to give you an idea of what actually is supposed to hit first. Now when I let my thumb go loose, the meat of my thumb is still hitting first. 1, 2. That's like super slow motion. You don't want this. Because A, I'm coming from above now. I'm not getting the meat of my thumb there. And also I'm choking the sound. So you need that. You don't want to hit here on this bone. That's really unpleasant if you do that. So, and you're getting that nice round tone. Okay? We talked about toe and heel. Toe, heel, toe, heel. Very relaxed. It's not attacky. It's not thumb, toe, heel, toe, thumb, toe, heel. Now, if you want, also, you can even do a little bit of turning with the pandero, turning like this to meet your toe. So toe, heel, toe, back and forth. It's a little more advanced, but it's nice to get both hands working. So when you're practicing your toes and your heels, okay, or you can just do it all right, dominant hand. Thumb, toe, heel, toe, thumb, okay. A couple exercises I had you guys doing was just that. Thumb, toe, heel, toe, thumb, toe, heel, toe. And then doing the thumb, 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 thumb. You can work the tempo up. The thumb should always be nice and clean. The other thing we did was we added a slap. Okay, the slap, where again, your palm is kind of hitting first and then your fingertips. And you'll notice there's a little bit of space there. It's not totally flat. It's kind of like that. Just think of it as grabbing a quarter off of the drum head. Okay, thumb, toe, heel, slap. Instead of thumb, toe, heel, toe. Thumb, toe, heel, slap. Thumb, 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 thumb. And again, those toes and heels are nice and relaxed. It's not thumb, toe, heel, slap. Thumb, toe, heel. Real relaxed. It's just a nice groove to get the to get those different techniques going. And also you can, those 5 thumbs can be, you can throw another slap in there. So you can go thumb, toe, heel, slap, thumb, thumb, slap, thumb, thumb, toe, heel, slap, thumb, thumb, slap, thumb, thumb. Okay, so that's the stuff for you guys to work on this week. In terms of like more intermediate stuff, if you've already got some of those techniques down, we talked a little bit about just getting a basic samba groove going. Basic samba groove, there's a lot of ways to do it. You can technically play samba just thumb, toe, heel, toe. You get a nice swing. I eventually add muting here for the highs. But for samba, I like to make it a little more interesting. So I like to alternate between a slap thumb and a double thumb. And it's always toe, heel in between. So a basic samba pattern. Thumb, toe, heel, slap, thumb, toe, heel, thumb, toe, heel, slap, thumb, toe, heel, thumb, toe, heel, slap, thumb, toe, heel, thumb, slap, thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's important, again, those toe heels are nice and relaxed. So it's not thumb, toe, heel. Very relaxed. I like to think of the thumbs and the slaps as the accents of the rhythm, and the toes and heels are just like the filling in, almost afterthoughts. Now, if you are doing muting, either if it's a natural skin like this, you can press from above, or if it's a plastic head, you can use a finger down here. But you would do that on every other beat, so on 1 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, close, open, close. I don't know if you can hear on the video, but I'm changing the notes. So high, low, thumb, slap, thumb. Every time you do a slap, you open up. So it's the open note. So close, you can see my thumb here pressing. Close, open, close, open, close. We also talked about working on triplets. Thumb, toe, heel, thumb. Thumb, toe, heel, thumb. Very useful technique. I noticed by adding a little turn there, it makes it way easier. If you're not turning, it's a lot of work on your dominant hand. So, and we talked about adding that into the samba and doing 5 of them with a double in and a double out. So it looks like this. Samba, 2, 3, 4, and triple it, triple it, triple it, triple it, triple it, and 1. I don't actually know if you would call those triplets, but, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. And the last thing we worked on the intermediate stuff was thumb, thumb, toe, thumb, thumb. And using that every 4th time in your samba, just as a variation. So here's your samba. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to add the variation. 2, 3, thumb, thumb, toe, thumb. 1, 2, 3, thumb, thumb, toe, thumb, thumb. That's stuff to work on if you're in that more intermediate level. For the advanced guys, we talked about using this triplet motif in different ways. And the main triplet groove was third, thumb, slap, thumb. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Third, thumb, slap, thumb. We also talked about adding some extra notes. Thumber, thumber, thumb, slap, thumber, thumber, thumb, slap. And how we can use that inside like a funk pattern. So I'm going to use this as my funk pattern. Third, slap, thumb, third, slap, third, slap, thumb, third, slap, thumb, third, slap, thumb, third, slap. 1. 1. And once you got that going, you can do something fun with that. And keep the triplets going. Now come out of the triplets with a funk at this tempo. Tripleting it. Funk again. Triplets. Funk. Triplets. Whoops. triplet. Now dropping back to the half time. Triplets. Triplets. Next time, keep the triplets going. Triplet. Now double time. Back to triplet. Bump. Half time. That should give you plenty to work on. A couple times I said halftime in triplets when it probably didn't apply, but hopefully that makes sense, going from the slow funk to a triplet field back to the slow funk, then slow funk to the triplet field, keeping the triplet field, and then using that same turning to go into a faster funk. So one more time on that. Slow funk into triplet, triplet. Now keep the triplets going. Fast funk. Okay, I will stop there. Yeah, let me know if you guys have questions, and enjoy that.